So, hello and welcome to another Monday morning vibe check. This is our last vibe check of January. Yeah. It has been a wild first month of 2026. I wish I could say that it was smooth sailing and bright and shiny collective energy, but it certainly has been tumultuous and trying for so many of us. So I am just extending my love to each and every one of you as we tune in for our energy, our collective energy check of the week, our reminders. And this week we are back again with the Gateway of Light Activation Oracle because apparently we need to activate the light, because every week that I have asked what deck to use for the vibe check, it has been this one. I think this is our third week running. So let's just go ahead and see what the cards have to say about the energy we find ourselves in right now, what we need to be reminded of. Right, there's one. There's two. Oh, and there's three. Well, definitely an abundance of light activation over here. So our first reminder for this week is the angelic frequency. Angels are here. You are safe and potent connection to the divine. Ugh, this feels really hard to believe right now, right? It feels hard to believe that we are surrounded by good things when it feels like the world is in constant turmoil. We are being reminded and invited to anchor in to our own felt safety right here, right now, to tune into the present moment and to get real about whether or not we really are in danger right here, right now in this moment, because we need to have more safety in our nervous systems. We need to build more resilience and capacity to handle, to face the challenges that are coming. And we need to remember that we're not in this alone. Whether you believe in God, angels, goddesses, guides, ancestors, right there, we are not alone here in this present moment as humans. We have all of the past entities who have lived and existed. We have, I believe, cosmic forces, divine forces working with us. So how can you tune into your own connection to the divine? And I love that I was reading this card at 11:11 a.m. my time here. So there is our angelic frequency reminding us to tune in to those unseen helpers and know that we are not alone. The next card is third eye activation, and this is the cover card for this deck. We are being invited to really, I wanted to say drop into, but come up into our third eye, to invite in the energy of intuition and clear seeing for what we need to do ahead. So the invitation here is to drop into your own inner vision, to allow your intuition to come to the surface, to allow there to be a chakra activation for you if you so wish this week, as we step into what's coming next. There is definitely, I see more and more and more collectively, more people embracing their intuition, embracing the fact that they have gifts that they can't quite explain, that they sense things, they sense energy, or they sense emotions, or they sense messages from the planet, from the plants, from the animals. This is really reminding us to see clearly with the gifts that are ours, to see with the vision that only we can have. And then our final card for the week is the central sun. That's why I was laughing about, yeah, we really have some light activation coming through here. This is really about abundance and regeneration and success. And okay, what's coming in right here, right now, is that with everything happening in the collective right now, with the things that are happening, I'm in the United States, the things that are happening in the United States right now, we are being asked to redefine success and to regenerate humanity, to anchor into the knowing that we can do better as a collective than we are, that this level of violence and prejudice and all of that does not need to exist. the central sun is really connecting us with the abundance that exists here on earth naturally, without having to try, without having to strive. And yet, some people have tried to gobble up all of the resources, all of the light, as if they are the only ones who need it. The earth provides. And that is, if you can really tune into abundance in your life right now, what does that look like? What does abundance look like for you right here, right now? And what energy is moving through you to regenerate your sense of self, your willingness to move forward, your ability to do what you need to do that only you can do. Of course, supported by the collective. But what is success right here, right now? I think it means being in more peace in ourselves and in the world around us. So, what energy can we bring? How can we allow this light in? How can we fly with the wings of the central sun, uplifting us? That is the message here. So, to recap, we have the angelic frequency reminding us that the angels are here, we are safe. Doesn't feel like it, right? But that we can have a potent connection to the divine. I think that this is really our reminder to not give into fear and to stand in the power of who we are and how we are supported, again, by seen and unseen helpers. We're being asked to clarify our inner vision and clear see what is ahead for us. So, activating our third eye chakra, opening to the visions within, opening to the messages from our intuition, allowing this next layer of human ability to really shine, to allow our gifts to shine so that we can do what is ours to do. And finally, the central sun, really allowing yourself to be in what is abundant for you. What is regenerating you right now? And how do you create a new definition of success that is based on collective success? First, routed in compassion for yourself. This is the light that we need to co create. So, those are our 3 cards today. And I'm going to try and hold up all 3 here. You can see there's kind of this element of light in each of them. We've got the sun coming through, we've got the light of the angelic frequency, and we have the light peeking through the portal here. So, how can you use these energies this week? For more love and peace and joy, I hope, more presence and empowerment. That is my hope for all of us. So, as we wrap up the vibe check on my personal note, I just want to give a shout out to yesterday. I did the Corn Portal. That replay is now available here on YouTube and Substack. And it is about an hour. The meditation itself begins at about the 30-minute mark. So if you want to tune in for the meditation, you can. If you want to tune into the teaching and my story, you can. That's more of the first 30 minutes. And this was in honor of the Letters of Legacy launch, which, again, we hit #1 in all of our categories. So yay to all of our authors and new authors that were in on that project. It was really exciting. And then on the more personal note, the ongoing Park House saga with all of the cold conditions that just came in, we've had some more issues crop up there, and we are doing our best to manage it in the middle of this 10-inch plus snowstorm. So Justin and Ike are going to be trying to unbury the other house at some point today so we can assess and make sure everything is okay over there. But yeah, just not an ideal time to come into freezing temperatures and all of that. So the saga continues. The journey continues. On other personal notes or other things coming up, Imulk is this weekend, Sunday, February 1st. Dr. Bird and I are so excited for it. So many downloads have been coming through. I have also a recent live where we talked about that. So feel free to go back and check that out. Again, that's here on Substack and YouTube. And otherwise, just I'm kind of in this really interesting liminal space with the whole Facebook Meta, Instagram saga. the last time I lost my Facebook account, I did not lose my Instagram account, and I had started to kind of get on Instagram for literally like, less than a week. I found it so toxic, and this was back in 2024. So I can only imagine what it's like now, but I lost my Instagram account too with this ban. So I am not coming back. I have no intentions of coming back to Meta platforms. Unfortunately, that means anyone who didn't follow my newsletter or come over here, I might just disappear out of their lives for forever. But hopefully, if they remember my name, they'll find me where they need to find me. That part is a little bit weird, but I feel pretty at peace about it. And I can remember a lot of the names of the people off the top of my head that I did have a connection with. So I can go see if we're connected somewhere else and all of that. But obviously, not a situation I wanted to find myself in, but the situation I found myself in nonetheless. And my personal card today was the Wheel of Fortune out of the tarot. And it was just reminding me that all things shall pass, nothing stays the same, change is the only constant. And, what goes up must come down. So that's where I find myself. And going through riding the waves, that is all I can do in the shadow light dance. So, well, got a phone call coming through. Hopefully that didn't glitch anything, but I am sending you all so much love. Again, I feel I'm in this just very weird space where I have such a justice-oriented heart. I feel like I could spend 100% of my time, attention, energy, creating content, speaking up directly to all of the specific injustices in the world, all of the names of the people who have been lost. Like, I could go there all the time. And what I want to say about that before I wrap up today is that I really am trying, especially with the loss of Meta, because I was like, well, what energy was I putting in there at the end? And I don't want to be consistently in the energy of the doomsday, right? I want to be what I have aimed to be, which is really a balanced voice, speaking to the shadow and the light, the healthy and unhealthy, the comfortable and uncomfortable, and calling out the shadows that need to be excavated. But I don't want to focus there either. I want to focus on how do we take care of ourselves so that we can do what we need to do? How do we create community that can support us? How do we be a good friend, neighbor, partner so that we can continue to show up together and have a reason to, keep fighting for what's right? So that's kind of where I'm at. And I hope for all of us for better days and happier, healthier days for our collective. I feel so strongly about the injustice in the world. That's why I say I could literally go there all the time. But is that what I'm meant to do? Is that the energy I'm meant to carry? And I realize, especially as I'm rereading my novel, The Wincing Sorrow, we're doing like a final quality update before we upload it to Ingram Spark to start going out to more bookstores and stuff. And the biggest error has been smart quotes. Some quotes are smart quotes and some quotes are straight quotes. It's driving me bonkers. But anyway, all that to say, I've been rereading it and reading how flippin' prophetic it is. And I'm like, okay, Safrianna, you're meant to be an author. Like, you're meant to share these things and give hope from a completely sideways angle. Because I see things. I see the future coming. I see the trajectory that we're on. And so many people have read The Wincing Sorrow and said, like, is this real? There's something about it that feels very real. And my warning message to us all is that it can be real if we don't get our shit together collectively. And that's what I continue to fight for. So, anyhow, I love you all so much. I see you. I believe in you. And as always, I'm cheering you on. I am just a message, an email away if you need anything. And please leave a comment. Let me know what is on your heart, what is on your mind. I am really hoping to continue to build community. Speaking of which, come join my Heartbeat community if you want. I'll be sure to put some links below. So until next time, Bye for now.